My name is Dr. Michael Rosario, and I'm going to be your instructor for Bio 259, Human Anatomy and Physiology. So to answer one of your questions really quickly, yes, this class will be taught remotely for all of fall 2020. That means that every single lecture, every single exam, every single lab activity is going to be held remotely on the computer via the internet. So what I've done is I've spent all of this time trying to figure out the best way that I can replicate as much as possible the classroom and bring it to you online through your computer so that you're still getting the same quality of education, and in some cases actually getting some enhancements, some really cool things. So the strategy that I've come up with is to pre-record the lectures, but instead of just uploading these pre-recorded lectures onto D2L, what I want to do is during our regularly scheduled class time, I want to live stream these lectures to you, and I want to watch them with you the same time that you're watching them, so that during class time, if you have a question or if something comes up and you need a little bit more explanation, well, then I can actually respond to you. So let's go through a couple of reasons why this is actually beneficial for you. First of all, asking questions in class is super easy. I'll be watching the chat the whole time. I highly encourage you to use the chat to ask each other questions, to ask me questions, to ask me to repeat something, or to basically clarify things with more explanation. Well, by having this sort of chat box, you can ask your question as it comes up without any need of actually feeling like you're being a disruption. And so for those of you who might be a little bit too shy to ask questions, this actually gives you a really easy way to communicate with me. The other important thing about this sort of interaction is that it actually allows you to improve the lectures in real time by giving me this feedback. So if you in the chat say, oh, could you explain that again, or could you go over that in a different way, you're probably not the only one who has that question. And so I am totally happy to pause the video, to pause the lecture, to take the camera and explain it to you in different ways, or to draw a little picture out, a little diagram that will benefit not only you, but potentially the rest of the class. Now, this is the third really cool thing. You'll have the ability to rewind the lecture a couple seconds if you miss something, or if something goes a little bit too quickly, right? We've all been in that situation where you're watching like Netflix or YouTube and you miss something and you want to rewind a couple seconds, 15, 20, or 30 seconds to go back in time. Because I'm going to be live streaming the lectures, you completely have the ability to do that. And so that's just another way that this technology supports your learning and supports your education. So that just sort of leaves us with a couple of things that you can do between now and the beginning of the semester to prepare for this class. So first of all, make sure that you plan your schedule so that you are available during class time. I need you to be in class. I need you to be watching the lecture, asking questions, basically helping me guide how this class is going. So the second thing that you can do is that if you don't already have a Google or YouTube account, you can make one. These accounts are free, and basically in order to participate in the chat, you're going to need to sign on and use one of these accounts to be able to chat. So hopefully that was helpful. I really just wanted to answer a couple of really important questions that you might have right now regarding how this class is going to run and what your experience in this class is going to be like in the fall. If you do have any questions, any specific questions about the class, I will have my syllabus out that will have a lot of answers to your questions. But if you want an answer as soon as possible, feel free to email me. I'll put my email address right over here. Also, I do plan on hosting a couple of live streams on this YouTube channel before classes start, probably the week before classes start. Alright, so I actually have a ton of stuff to do to prepare for this class. This class is going to be a lot of work on my part and your part as well. We have a lot of information to cover, but we have a lot of cool things to learn about the human body, so I'm really excited. And again, I am Dr. Rosario, and I am looking forward to being your instructor in the fall.